Welcome to the Daily Business and Finance Show. Biden administration takes action on student loan debt, canceling $9 billion. Energy stocks sink as crude oil hits 4-week lows. UK Prime Minister proposes rules for smoking-free generation. Walmart reports impact on sales from weight loss drugs. Airlines scramble to inspect jets for parts from shady supplier. Apple CEO and executive sell stock amid weakening shares. Nasdaq, S&P. Dow and higher amid bond rout reprieve and slump in crude oil. 4 million Americans receive updated COVID-19 vaccines in September. Report, BlackBerry announces IPO for Internet of Things unit. Stay tuned after the short ad break to learn more. The Biden administration has recently given its approval for an additional $9 billion in debt cancellation for student loans. This brings the total amount of debt relief to a staggering $127 billion. The relief measures encompass various improvements to repayment plans and loan forgiveness programs, along with automatic assistance for borrowers with disabilities. It is important to note that this decision comes in the wake of the Supreme Court's rejection of President Biden's proposal to cancel up to $20,000 of student loans per borrower. As a result, the administration is now implementing debt relief initiatives through the Higher Education Act.
Energy sector stocks, represented by the XLE ETF, saw a significant decline of 3% in Wednesday's trading session. This drop was driven by lower crude oil prices, which reached their lowest levels in 4 weeks. The decline was initially triggered by Saudi Arabia's confirmation of extending production cuts through the end of the year. U.S. government data also revealed a smaller than expected decrease in domestic crude supplies and a larger than expected increase in gasoline inventories. These factors have raised concerns about oil demand and contributed to downward pressure on prices. WTI crude oil for November delivery is currently down 4.7% at $85.40 per barrel, while December Brent crude is down 4.5% at $86.83 per barrel, both reaching their lowest levels since early September. Oil refiners such as PBF Energy, Phillips 66, Delek US Holdings, Marathon Petroleum, and Valero Energy were among the biggest losers within the energy sector during this trading session. Fears over demand factors are resurfacing due to global macroeconomic headwinds and rising yields, suggesting that oil prices may have reached a short-term peak.
UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has proposed gradually increasing the legal age for cigarette consumption, with the intention of eventually implementing a smoking ban. This proposal aims to prevent individuals who will be 14 years old or younger this year from legally purchasing cigarettes in the future. Additionally, the government is contemplating measures to restrict vaping products. Sunak emphasized that smoking is the primary preventable cause of health issues in England, resulting in 64,000 deaths annually and costing the NHS £17 billion per year. As a result of these developments, British American tobacco shares experienced a decline of 0.85%, while Imperial Brands saw a drop of 2.33%. Conversely, Philip Morris International shares rose by 0.5%, and Altria experienced an increase of 0.2%.
The impact of diabetes and weight loss drugs on shopper behavior is being highlighted by Walmart executive John Furner. Notably, drugs like Novo Nordisk's Ozempic and Eli Lilly's Mounjaro are gaining popularity due to their weight loss benefits. Walmart is closely examining sales patterns to gain insights into the influence on purchasing habits. Kellanova CEO Steve Cahillane also recognizes the challenges that these drugs present to businesses.
U.S. airlines, including American Airlines, Delta Airlines, Southwest Airlines, and United Airlines, are currently conducting inspections on their fleets to identify jet engine parts that have been installed with falsified safety documents. These unauthorized parts were supplied by AOG Technics, a London-based company whose operations have raised suspicions. CFM International has taken legal action against AOG Technics, alleging that 68 jet engines were equipped with falsely documented components. This scandal serves as a stark reminder of the urgent need for blockchain technology to safeguard against document falsification within the aircraft parts supply chain. Additionally, aerospace regulators in both the U.S. and Europe have accused AOG Technics of utilizing counterfeit documentation in their practices.
Apple executives, including CEO Tim Cook, are selling shares in the company. Cook plans to sell over $41 million worth of stock, while other executives will sell $11.3 million each. Apple shares fell 0.6% in pre-market trading as sales declined by 8% due to high interest rates and student loan repayments resuming after a moratorium. KeyBank downgraded Apple to sector weight from overweight, citing stretched valuation and expected struggles in U.S. sales. Bank of America reported an 8.6% increase in revenue from Apple's App Store, driven by strong data from China.
U.S. stocks experienced a rebound on Wednesday, with dip buyers stepping in and the bond sell-off easing. The Nasdaq Composite led the way, rising by 1.35%, driven by technology stocks such as Tesla. Meanwhile, the S&P 500 saw a gain of 0.81% and the Dow closed up by 0.38%. Energy stocks were negatively impacted by a slide in crude oil prices. However, overall sentiment was boosted by cooling labor market and economic data. Concerns regarding inflation and high interest rates were alleviated due to weaker-than-expected job growth figures for September.
In September, around 4 million Americans were given the latest COVID-19 vaccines. The collaboration between the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, drug manufacturers, and distributors ensured prompt delivery to vaccination sites. The FDA granted authorization for updated vaccines produced by Pfizer, BioNTech, Moderna, and Novavax. The CDC advises that COVID-19 shots should be administered to all individuals aged 6 months and above.
BlackBerry has unveiled its plans to divide its Internet of Things and cybersecurity divisions into two separate entities. This decision follows a comprehensive evaluation of its portfolio in collaboration with Morgan Stanley and Perella Weinberg Partners. The company intends to initiate an initial public offering for its IoT business, which encompasses software solutions for various sectors, including automotive. BlackBerry believes that establishing an independently traded subsidiary for IoT will provide shareholders with a clearer assessment of its performance while allowing each business to pursue their respective strategies. In the recent fiscal second quarter earnings report, BlackBerry noted a decline in overall revenue but emphasized the strong performance exhibited by its IoT division. Consequently, the company's shares have experienced a 23% decrease over the past month. Thank you for joining us on today's episode of the Daily Business and Finance Show. Stay tuned for more valuable insights and updates. Until next time, I'm Montgomery Jones.
And I'm Amalia Dupre. Until tomorrow, stay safe and farewell for now.
This content is sourced from the Seeking Alpha website, so support our podcast by becoming a Seeking Alpha Premium subscriber. See the show notes page for links to sign up. This episode is produced by Classic Studios. Check out our other podcasts in our network at classicstudios.com.